Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about issue number 3 of Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, which is part 9 of the Sins of Sinister event, written by Kieron Gillen. But before we dive into the story, I want to ask you a favor. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment to help the channel grow. This issue opens in the Storm system with John Ironfire awaiting the arrival of Emma and her Red Diamond forces. For this could be their final stand, with the fate of their universe hinging on the outcome. 'Cause as we know, Emma's main goal is to break them and destroy everything they stand for, and to make things worse, John Ironfire is fully aware that they are not ready for this battle. Because after the Diamond Jubilee disaster, the Storm system is a shadow of its former strength, but regardless of all that, they are in the situation they are in, and John also knows if they lose today then it is all over. So with their goddess gone, they would need a new symbol of hope to lead them into battle, a battle that is stacked heavily against them. So with heavy conflict in his heart, he looks to his trusted friend, Cora, and asks if he should have trusted Storm. Which she responded by saying, "Is she the one you should be worrying about trusting?" which was a reference to the snake among them, Nathaniel Essex. So as the two navigate down the corridor, John Ironfire makes a remark about how much he misses X-Man's counsel since he has fallen to the orphan Madrox. So with Cora reiterating her standpoint, the two come to a massive double door. And as they entered, Cora states that they are Iraqi, and as Iraqi they were never afraid of death. In which an old weary John responds to his oldest friend by saying, maybe they should have been. For beyond this door was the new Five alongside Sinister, with an evil smirk plastered on his face, as a foreshadowing of the evil to come. So as the Iraqis prepare for a resurrection, we jump over to the Red Empress herself, Emma Frost, as she is making her way to the Storm system and destroying every outpost along the way. For as the Watchmen spied on her, she spied back on them in return and without warning unleashed missiles of great destruction upon their locations. Now, with a trail of death in the Red Queen's wake, the new Five's ritual begins in earnest, as Sinister hands over the last treasure in his possession, a single vial of Hope's precious blood. The same blood he injected into old Oda's egg, which so happens used to serve as a food source for her people. And then second, once the DNA was mixed into the egg, Krana, their commander, gave her orders to live and bear life. Following that bloodroot, the Bone Shaper formed veins and limbs as well as sculptors of flesh. Fourth on the list was getting memories into their creation, which was taken from John Ironfire by a mutant named Genas, who went by the name Mindflayer. And finally, Cora bathed them all in her heart's fire, creating a union and returning her to life. So with a clone of Arako's greatest leader standing before them, John Ironfire quickly was overcome with emotions as tears ran down his face. And with great pride, he welcomed this version of Storm among their ranks. For this version of Storm only have the knowledge that was provided by John Ironfire, with none of the original Storm's memories and experiences, which ultimately makes her a powerhouse without the know-how. So just as things were looking up for the Iraqi forces, an alarm echoed through the base as Emma's forces were at their doorstep. So just like that, Emma's overpowered chimeras started to wreak havoc upon the station, for each chimera was a combination of 4 mutants' abilities. So with that said, the battle started with the High Summers bestowing their cosmic death on the brave sentries. Then following that, the Lord Hailers bellowed their metal rain from behind their shields, while savage Hot Claws leaped out from behind them and raked the survivors, of which there were few left. Because Emma wanted all of this wrapped up before Beast arrived with the rest of the fleet, so with their onslaught falling behind her schedule, she took it upon herself to join the battle. So with victory in sight, Emma made her way into a chamber with a pool full of red liquid. Now once there, the Empress entered the liquid and within moments her consciousness was connected to a Colossus diamond mech suit by the name Mistress Mold. So with the merger complete, she deploys herself toward the station to finish the job that is laid before her. For in this vessel, Emma emerged on the scene as the Blood Diamond Monarch, and without any mercy, she begins to lay waste to the enemy's forces, as she claims they broke her first commandment, which is praying to another goddess. Which was something the Queen of Blood wouldn't forgive as she unleashed blows that echoed throughout a sun under siege. For each strike threatened the integrity of the center sun itself. So with John Ironfire and his team rushing to the surface, Storm could make out the painful cries of the sky and stars. So with little time to lose, Sinister suggests that they take shelter in the center point to wait out the attack in the impregnable vault, which was shot down quickly by John Ironfire, for it was no secret why Sinister was there in the first place. But regardless, John Ironfire only responded by saying he is aware that he owes Sinister, but the vault at the heart of Arakko is not to be touched, for the death door will never be opened. So with that news, Sinister quickly made his way to the crushed Doombot and ripped his arm off in order to obtain a gun for future use. So with a secret weapon in hand, the forces of John Ironfire arrive on the surface, and almost instantly Storm follows her instinct and starts to lay waste to Emma's chimeras. So as Storm's power whipped through their enemies, she quickly realized that she was born to fight. But unfortunately, she only has the knowledge of what she can do, but not how to do it, which means she is going purely off of instinct and not experience, which is a scary notion to be dealing with. So in order to maximize Storm's capabilities, Korra offers her goddess her ability. For once more, the Burning Heart gave all that she could give, so their goddess might rise and soar to new heights. For 9 long centuries, Korra's power matured in her heart, just waiting for the opportunity to give it all once more. And once more she did, as Storm's spirit sang as the war raged on around her. Until eventually the goddess took flight to face the Blood Diamond Monarch alone, while the Brotherhood held fast against a sinister tide of chimeras. But to their dismay, one at a time each member of the new 5 was taken out, including John Ironfire's oldest friend Korra. But still, what was left of the Brotherhood fought on, for their endgame was to eliminate the Diamond, the same Diamond that was face-to-face with their goddess. So as the two square off, Emma lets it be known that this version of Storm is just a newborn that was way out of her depth. But the old Storm might have worried her, so with that said, all she sees before her was a spark of raw power without knowledge, who haven't even learned how to fight, yet alone learn how to win. But despite what Emma said, Storm responded by saying she also hasn't learned to lose yet, which means she has not learned to limit or set boundaries on her powers, and all she knows is how to play with the living sky. So with those words, Storm summons a massive lighting attack of raw electrons that she transfers through her skies and torn itself directly through the covalent bonds that connected the atoms, which ultimately causes the carbon molecules bonding to form the Frost-Hearted Queen to shatter into fragments within moments with nuclear force. So for one instant a red sun rose in the Storm system and shone its baleful light as Emma's fleet completely exploded. So as death and destruction rained down from the sky, the forces of Arakko stand victorious as their goddess came crashing to the ground. For her lack of experience, Storm forgot to shield herself from the radiation, which caused massive burns throughout her body. So with the goddess laying on death's door, John Ironfire quickly covers her with his cape, for he knows on this day, Storm has given the universe yet another chance. So with this battle won, John Ironfire carries his goddess as he prepares for the next wave of enemies, for beast reinforcements is on their way. But before that is done, Sinister, forever the schemer, pulls his weapon on John Ironfire and seemingly pulls the trigger. So with that said, issue number 3 of Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants comes to an end. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.